Okay, so why are we here today?
I think we may be doing a product review on graphic cards.
Okay, I'm a bit confused. I thought we were going to introduce ourselves. Anyway, let's do that. I'm Blaine, your dad.
I'm Greg's your son.
Nice to meet you, Gregory. And thanks to you for taking the time to watch us. So, today we're going to talk on a GPU subject. And with the way things are gone, it's been pretty hard to get your hands on one of these decent cards, specifically if there's a model you've been looking for, whether it be a 3000 series or even a 4000 series if you're quite lucky. We've been very fortunate to get our hands on this 3070 over here, and she's done us very, very well. We got this card new in September 21. It was about 16,000 Rand for you in the States, and that with dollars it was about 950. Right now they're going for about 15,000 Rand or $890.
Here's my RTX 3070. As you can see, it has 3 fans, and it is the RTX 3070 gigabyte gaming OC 8 gigabyte card.
Now, with Greg's having spoken about those fans, this card is run pretty cool. Now, if you have a look in the back here, you can see we are based in South Africa, where we're quite a warm country. And in the rooms we run these machines, we're running about 25 to 30 degrees Celsius. And they run away at Greg's more or less.
The card runs between 70 and 72 degrees Celsius.
Which has been magic for us. Okay, and with that being said, that magical card, you know, the great things about these, which we've really enjoyed the benefits of her. And before we go on, just bearing in mind, please, everything we say is our opinion and it's what we think on the card. But we're not going to limit it there. We have got, we call a TD specialist coming in. She's going to give us her opinion on the card, and we value that greatly, and I hope she can make it for the show.
And she is a very trained professional.
Okay. Now, with that said, if you have a look at the card, what's been really great on this card is it runs a full steel backing plate, which helps to stop the anti-sag on this card. This card has got a minimal anti-sag. It's not too major, but you know, it's been great that they've been able to do that. Something else with this card, like Gregory mentioned, the 3070 truly does come into its own when it gets into the 2K, hitting the 120 to 140 settings, frames per second settings. And with all them maxed out, it's really, really done well. If you're looking for a 1080 card, I'd say this isn't the card for you. Go for something along the 3060 or the TI range. But if you are wanting something with a bit more performance gaining in the future, I would say look at the 3070.
What I do like about it is that it has little RGB, but sometimes it can be a bit boring, as you see here, the RGB.
Okay, so yeah, it's got that backing plate. It also runs 2 minimal plugs, so it's not an extremely thirsty, power-hungry card. You'll probably get away with about a 650, 700 watt power supply, which really is nice to get on that. Like Greg points out, that RGB it's nice enough. The software is very stable. It doesn't tend to crash like some of the over-the-end stuff that we have played on some of the other cards. Just one thing we have been informed of or realized over time. You'll see here the printed circuit board does end before the plugs, and bearing in mind, because of that, the plugs aren't soldered onto the PCB. They've got these simple little cord extensions, and they are then soldered onto the PCB, or they plug in directly onto other solders onto the PCB, and apparently those cables can deteriorate over time. But in the year and a half we've owned it, it has been fine. We've had no issues, and the card has done well. I think one of the only downsides we could maybe say with this card is the aesthetics. You can see that the cooler is fairly basic. The cowling, it does get the job done. But while we're talking about that, another pro is the size of the card. You know, you think this is a big card, but after we've handled some of the other 3080s, the 3090s, and the TIs, they're quite a lot bigger, they're quite a lot longer. And with this card, it's not that. It's not the case with this. This card is a nice size, it's quite compact, and giving it a lot more versatile cases. It can fit into a bigger range. So when you purchase something like this, the chances of fitting your case are a lot greater than some of the other cards out there.
Oh, they are TD specialists. We'll see you guys now.
Perfect, let us go catch her. A fair time later. Okay, so we now have our TDS here, our technical dog specialist, and she's going to give us a thumbs up or the thumbs down. So Luna, honestly, what do you think of the card? Is it your liking?
I think it's Luna approved.
Alright, Luna approved. Yeah. please hit the like and subscribe. Thanks for your time.